Hey guys, it's Zach here. I'm back again to make another video for you guys. And this time I have a new phone with a new camera on it, and I have a tripod for it. So hopefully it's going to work out great. I'm really excited about it. It's pretty cool that I'm not holding it right here. And hopefully it takes good video and I have no more issues. So this time I just want to talk about something that I've been doing. As of yesterday, it's been 1 month straight that I've done yoga every single day for 1 month, and it's been really good. It's been amazing. I really feel my body just loosening up and opening up and becoming much more flexible and open, and it's helping me with my posture and just having good expanded energy and presence and posture. I still slip into closing off and guarding myself at times, but this is helping me to expose myself and my energy and my presence, and it's been pretty amazing, and I'm excited to see how it continues. And every single day I can feel myself getting deeper into the poses and the stretches, and I've never done yoga this committed, this daily like this. When I was in Wisconsin, before I left almost 2 years ago, I had been going to a yoga studio about 4 times a week on average for like almost a year and a half. So I did do that, and I loved it. There was a lot of good in that. I loved it. And now I'm remembering how much I love yoga. During my travels, I really didn't do very much yoga. One thing about traveling for me that was difficult was just always being in a new place at a new time, doing different things with different people, and it was hard to have like habits and routines that I stuck to. And yoga was something that I did here and there a little bit, but not very much. And another thing, I think part of it was that I had been used to the yoga studio and going to the studio classes in Madison, in Wisconsin. But I think somehow some part of me was kind of against just doing yoga on my own. But that's what I've been doing for this past month, is every single day doing yoga on my own. And I'm actually doing a fairly simple routine. Maybe I'll make another video sometime kind of showing the routine that I do, but it's pretty basic, fairly beginner level, I would say. I know there's a lot more poses and a lot more complex things that I could be doing, but I've been doing it by myself, and my strategy and my goal with it has been to use strong focus and awareness to really have and be as symmetrical as possible, and have as much symmetry as possible, and have equal pressure on both hands, both feet, both legs, both arms, my chest, my torso, just equal pressure as much as possible at all times. And I think when I was in the yoga studio classes, often those classes were at times very fast-paced. They were intense workouts. I mean, it was hot yoga, but I would leave just completely drenched in sweat, and a lot of those classes would really get my heart rate up, and it would be pounding. And I think the difficulty of those classes, I kind of forced or often went into my like imbalances and crooked, improper habits, because I've built my body over years with these imbalances and not being symmetrical, and it's kind of my ultimate strength. Like, if I need to do something right now as good as possible, like these classes were like very tough, and to keep up I had to do whatever I could, and I think my posture and my symmetry just slipped. I would slip into the uneven habits. But what I'm doing right now is a pretty simple routine, but I'm doing it with ultra focus and concentration and awareness on symmetry and balance, and I'm taking my time. There's no speed really in it. I move through the poses pretty slowly, I stick in them and get very deep into them. I stay there for a lot of breaths, and it's pretty amazing. I see it just doing a lot of good for me. I feel it doing a lot of good for me. And one thing that also happens when I do yoga in this way is that I often, in a lot of poses, I get a lot of shakes and trembling that comes out of me. And something I've learned over the last couple years is that the shakes are good, and it's good to shake them and let them come out. And there's actually something called TRE, or trauma release exercises, that is specifically all about getting into this tremors and getting it out, and it's shaking the trauma that's been stored in your body out. And so with that understanding, when I get these shakes, I'll like kind of sit there in that moment and let them come out, and it'll just be like a lot of like this happening. And yeah, even now, like if I just really stand even with just the perfect balanced posture as much as I can, shakes will come out. But anyway, the way I've been doing the yoga, these shakes come a lot, and I just sit there in the pose for a while and let that happen. And it's sort of an experiment. Like I'm hoping and thinking that as time goes on, if I continue to do this, that the shakes will gradually become less and less and less, and I'll gain more strength in this perfect form and posture and symmetry. And I think that that is happening. Some of these poses, I had a lot more shaking going on in the beginning a few weeks ago compared to now. But at the same time, I still have a lot of shaking that is still happening, and yeah, still letting the shakes come out. But I'm just amazed at how flexible I'm becoming, how deep I can get into the stretches and the poses, and it's literally just better every day. And it's amazing. It literally just makes my day better. It kind of just feels like yoga is like a drug, or it's like a cheat code for life or something, because it just makes me like feel so much better in my body. Just everyday movements and motions are so much easier. Just bending down, picking something up, everything is so much easier. And then also, I do notice more comfort socially and just with conversing with people and interacting with people, just being more calm and comfortable. And it's just amazing. And I'm kind of amazed that I let myself get so far away from yoga as I did, but I'm so happy to be back at it. And I guess the point of this video is just, yeah, I highly recommend yoga, especially if you're struggling with pains and injuries and problems, which is what I have. I've got a lot of this stuff going on, and that's what my journey is all about. And I'm finding that yoga is something I can do, and nothing is being aggravated or injured or hurting to the point that it's stopping me. Whereas other fitness and workout things and working out and stuff, I've come to limitations that have stopped me, injuries and problems and pain, but I'm able to continue with this yoga, and I just see such good happening from it. And so I highly recommend anyone going through similar issues, trying to heal themselves and fix their pains and their posture and their body. Yoga seems to be doing great for me. I'll keep making more videos and updating you guys on how it goes, but it's been 1 month yesterday, and it's amazing. I feel great. It's really exciting. And one other thing that I've been doing after every yoga session is a little bit of bioenergetics. And bioenergetics, I first found out about this from Elliot Hulse. He's really big into bioenergetics and does it daily. And there's a pretty basic, one of the most basic, common, and powerful bioenergetic exercises is the bow. And there's a few different versions to it. But basically you're leaning back and you're opening your mouth and you're breathing fully into your whole body, and then out completely. In completely and fully into your body and out. And as Elliot Hall says, he says, breathe into your balls. But yeah, it's basically just breathing through your whole torso, down into your pelvic sex center, and then into your legs and your feet and the earth. And you're breathing into all of that. And the bow, there's a few different versions to it. There's this, putting your hands behind your hips, and you want your feet just parallel with your hips and flat and pointed forward. And you do a little bit of tucking your tailbone down and forward. A little bit of this. It's kind of subtle, probably can't see it. And then you put your hands on your hips, put your head back. And you might see a little bit of shaking coming out of me as I do that. There is some shaking, and there's also some pain and some tightness in my back here a lot, and some up here. And then there's a couple other versions to this. Another one is putting your hands here. And during these bow postures, exercises, I'm trying to just have a hollow openness through my body and try to not to have one side tensing and clenching and holding more weight unnecessarily more than the other. I try to just have symmetrical and open and as least tension as necessary to hold the pose. Nothing extra being tightened or held that's not necessary to hold the shape of the pose. And then you're opening your mouth and you're breathing deep in and out, and it causes shakes, and you're gonna feel like some pain and stuff here. I feel a lot here for me, and then some up here too. But then the most intense version of this is just putting your hands up and back like this. It's more intense, and I've worked my way up to it. For the first couple of weeks, I didn't even do this. Just doing this one was quite painful. I mean, the first few days and the first week, I had a lot of pain and tightness here, and I've been doing this every day. I worked my way up to 2 minutes pretty quickly, first with just this. Now I go 2 or 3 minutes, and in the middle I switch from this to this, and this one's more intense. I couldn't do this one really in the beginning, and yeah, I get that pain in here, but I'm really noticing that as I do this every day after my yoga, that it's just loosening up and opening up, and I can go deeper and fuller, and there's less shakes and there's less pain, and it's just amazing. And I've noticed some other changes occurring with all of this, more flexibility. One awesome thing is that my whole life I've had a gag reflex. I gag very easily, and every time I brush my teeth, when I brush my tongue, it's like, I like cough and gag. But literally from this bioenergetics, it's greatly reduced the gag reflex. Sometimes I'm brushing my teeth and I can like shove my toothbrush all the way back in the back of my throat, and like there's no gag reflex, and I'm like, whoa, like it's amazing. And it's from this. This is doing it. You're opening this up. You're opening this up and you're breaking up the tension and opening up the pathways for breathing and for expression. And that's really what it's doing. And I'm noticing the change with brushing my teeth. And another thing is my laugh. I mean, I've always had like a pretty loud laugh, and I would say unique loud laugh. But I've noticed that it's just become even bigger and fuller and deeper and more hilarious and funny and awesome, and I just laugh harder and better, and it's really different. And so yeah, the bioenergetics and the yoga, that's what's doing all this. Yeah, and bioenergetics, It's similar to the TRE, trauma release exercises. It's all about removing blockages and tense areas from the body. And you can read about this. There's a book called Bioenergetics by Alexander Lowen, who is I guess he's the founder or creator of bioenergetics, and he studied under Wilhelm Reich and took a lot from him, but then he put his own little twist on it and created bioenergetics. And it's a bodywork therapy. There's therapists trained in it, and you can pay money to have therapists work on you. And that's something that I want to do eventually. Another thing about all of this is that you're getting at the chronic, they call it chronic holding patterns and tension, and you're getting at that, and you're breaking it down and breaking it open, and then you're able to breathe more relaxed and loosely into your body and get rid of that tenseness. But something that can occur with this is emotional release. You can get into and discover deep emotions within you of joy, anger, sadness that's been repressed. You can get into intense rage and anger and sadness and laughter. Very big. And I've experienced some of this, and I know that it's a part of my problems, and it's part of my issue, is this emotional aspect. And I'll make another video about that in more detail later. But yeah, I guess part of the emotional thing is I know that I want my own space where I can be extremely loud without disturbing anyone, and that's one of my major goals. And I hope to do that within a year from now, is have my own place or some place that I can go to and be extremely loud and express myself and whatever comes up comfortably without disturbing anyone. I don't have that set up yet, but doing this yoga and the shaking that comes with it, and then the bioenergetics, I have been brought to the edge of some of these intense emotions, and lately I haven't really gone deep into them, but I have at times in the last year or so, and I know that it's a real thing. But anyway, yeah, back to yoga, bioenergetics. So I do the bioenergetics for just 2 or 3 minutes a day after the yoga. Another thing too that's really cool, I mean, all the yoga poses are really opening up and becoming more flexible and open. But one in particular that I'm really, really enjoying and witnessing and observing the positive change coming every single day is bridge pose right at the end before I do Shavasana, corpse pose. And bridge pose, just lying on my back with my feet about here and then raising up. I've been noticing extreme improvement with that pose, and I think it's related and similar a lot to the bow, and it's just amazing the opening up I'm feeling. But all of this is doing a lot of good for me. Again, I'm just feeling more comfortable in my body, for sure. Less pain, less tightness and tension. Socially and interacting with others, I'm noticing a change in my presence and my energy and my personality and my confidence and my comfortableness. There's really something to it. So I highly recommend yoga every day. And what I really like about the everyday, I've heard the idea of working out and or doing yoga every single day. Most recently I heard about it from my roommate's book that he was reading recently. I read a page of it that he showed me, and it was just about working out in general, and the guy said that it's important to work out every single day and that you don't plan off days into your week, because as soon as you plan days to be off days, it's just so easy to turn any day into an off day. But if you just commit and make yourself do it every single day, it just becomes a part of you and a habit of you, and it becomes just part of your determination and your character, that it's something you do, that you work out every day. And so I'm building that into my life right now, that I do yoga every single day. And I'm amazed at the progress so far. And it's amazing. It's only 1 month. I can't imagine what a few months will be like, and then a year and more. That's going to be insane, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm just gaining a lot more awareness too of my body and my posture, and I'm able to stand tall and balanced and aligned and open more. And I notice myself more when I do close up and tense off. And I'm getting better at opening, but it's just some progress and a journey, and I'm still at the beginning of it. But this has been giving me great hope that all of this is possible. My goals are possible, to become the strongest version of myself, to become strong, fit, athletic, healthy, balanced, aligned, quick, fast, agile, flexible, explosive, athletic. All of this is possible, and I'm on the path. And right now, yoga is a great tool helping me to get there. So yeah, that's the video. The benefits of yoga every day and bioenergetics. Highly recommend you check out bioenergetics some more, and give yoga a shot. And whatever you're doing, if you are able to work out with weights or other things and that's going well for you, really consider and try doing some sort of workout or yoga or routine every single day. And one other thing, there's a lot of different things that you can do for exercise. There's so many different programs and ideas. There's yoga, there's Tai Chi, Qigong, then there's working out with weights, there's different workout plans. There's so many different things you can do for fitness and for working out, and it can be hard to pick one. And one piece of advice I've heard is just pick something, and don't worry about if you pick the right thing or not, but pick one thing and just do it. Like, just commit to doing it every single day for 3 months. Just do it, and don't judge it. And then during, well, especially at the end, then judge it. At the end, judge it and see how it is for you. And at this point, like when I started this commitment, I committed to 1 month of yoga at the time, like 1 month of daily yoga, and I'm really amazed and loving the results and the progress so far. So I'm continuing it further, and I mean, it'll probably be forever, I think, but definitely going 2 more months for sure, making it 3 months total for sure. So just give it a shot. Find something, try something. If you're stuck and limited with pains and injuries and problems, and you can't find anything that works, try something really simple like I'm doing. Like, this yoga is like a simple, basic routine, but I do it very slowly and consciously with a lot of awareness and as much symmetry as possible, and I'm getting great results. So just pick something that you can do, something that's not gonna hit you with a major roadblock and shut you down, and just do it. And yeah, I think you'll find great results. So that's it, you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.